What's up, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free Major League Baseball home run prop show for Tuesday, June 27th, 2023. Now, just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. It helps us out a bunch. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games I do love the most, including my daily $19 best bet, the games that I am the most confident in, make sure you head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. But we will get into the home run prop action momentarily. We had a great day for a small card on Monday. There were only 6 games, managed to hit a handful of home run props. Now, before we get into the action, I do have to do my disclaimer that these plays are not plays that I recommend anybody dump your whole bankroll into these home run props. They're only meant to be there for some side action, just to have some money on the side, some pizza money or some coffee money for some fun. And not anything that I recommend anybody going too heavy into. You also don't have to play every single play that I do give out on this home run prop show. These are just the angles that I'm taking a look at, probably player props that I'm going to have a couple of bucks on Tuesday. But again, don't have to play every single one. Anything you do play, I always recommend you just play it straight up. It's a single bet. But I do know that some people like to parlay these home run props. So what I always recommend is, if you're going to do a home run prop parlay, any parlay that's 3 legs or more, I recommend doing a round robin. Yes, it's going to drive up the cost of the bet. If you're putting $5 on all the combinations, if you do a 3-leg parlay, you put $5 on the combination of 3 legs, and then another $5 on every combination of 2. So instead of being just $5 for the parlay, it'll be 20. But at least you cover yourself off. You give yourself a bit of a safety net in case one of those parlay legs doesn't come through. I mean, how many times have all of us had a 3-leg parlay that we've played and one leg doesn't come through, and instead of having a round robin where we get paid on the 2 legs that we hit, we get nothing. So at least if you have the round robin, like I said, you got to put in a couple extra bucks, but it's worth it to have that safety net. And hey, if you hit all 3, well, you also hit all the combinations of 2 as well, and you get a nice payday there as well. But let's take a look at the home run props that we did hit on Monday. We got the action going early as we had Spencer Steer come through for us. He came through at plus 525. We also had Luis Robert come through at plus 460. We caught Lane Thomas in that Seattle-Washington game at plus 700, a nice plus money payer there. And also got Eugenio Suarez to come through for us at plus 390. So a bunch of huge plus money player props that came through for us. And now we get to roll some of that over into Tuesday's action. But I also like to remind everybody, I love interacting with you guys in the comments section. So let me know, do you like some of the angles I took on some of these games? Do you not like some of the angles? Do you have player props of your own? Drop them in the comment section. But again, if you're going to do that, I implore everyone, do it before the games actually start. If they're not in there before the games start, they don't help anybody. And we're trying to beat the books here as a team at Pickdawgz, one family, one unit, one goal. And that goal every single day is to crush the books, whether it's sides, totals, money lines, spreads, player props, you name it. We're here to get paid by the books, and that's what we're going to try to do here today. And we're going to start with some player props. So let's get into it. We're going to start with this matchup between the Orioles and the Reds, and I'm going to go with some Orioles here. I'm going to start with Austin Hayes at plus 480. Now, he's normally my go-to Oriole against a left-handed against a left-handed pitcher. He does have an 11.3% barrel rate this season. Now, Andrew Abbott, he just gave up 3 home runs in his last start. I do think he has a better outing here, but I also think Hayes could get him for a home run here. So I take Austin Hayes for a home run at plus 480. I'm also going to look at Adley Rutschman at plus 540. He's hitting 429 with a pair of home runs against left-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks. So give me Adley Rutschman at plus 540. For the Cincinnati Reds, I'm going to look at Jake Fraley at plus 575. Said he came through for us, and as of late, he's hit home runs in 3 of his last 5. He's also hitting 348 with 4 home runs against right-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks. Now, Tyler Wells for Baltimore, he has been one of their hidden gems this season, but he's allowed 2 home runs in back-to-back starts. He's allowed a total of 10 home runs in his last 7 starts. The Reds have been hot for the most part. Fraley, a big power threat for this team. So I'm going to go with Jake Fraley for a home run at plus 575. I'm also going to look at Elly De La Cruz at plus 540. He's hitting 342 with a pair of home runs, 7 extra base hits against right-handed pitching in the last 2 weeks. So give me Elly De La Cruz for a home run at plus 540. Going to go to this matchup between the Padres and the Pirates. For the San Diego Padres, standalone official play here, we're going to go with Manny Machado at plus 390. He's hitting 250 with a pair of home runs in the last 2 weeks against lefties. Also gets a favorable matchup here against Rich Hill. Now, Hill, he's allowed a lot of hard contact this season, a 10.8% barrel rate. And in his career against Rich Hill, Manny Machado, 4 for 9 with 3 extra base hits, including a home run. So give me Manny Machado at plus 390. Now for the Padres as well, I wouldn't be surprised if Tatis Jr. hit a blast here, or if Juan Soto had a homer as well, as both have hit lefties well. Soto has a career home run off of Rich Hill, but Machado really the only play I feel really good about here. Maybe Ha-Sung Kim, he's been a nice surprise in spots lately as well. He's got home runs in 3 of his last 5 games, so maybe Ha-Sung Kim as well. But we're gonna go to this matchup between the Mets and the Brewers. And I'm gonna look at Pete Alonso here at plus 300. Now Julio Teheran, he hasn't allowed much this season with a 1.53 ERA, but 2 of his 3 home runs allowed this season have come on the road. And Pete Alonso, he's had Teheran's number going back to Teheran's days with Atlanta. Alonso, a career 5 for 7 off of Teheran with 4 extra base hits and a pair of home runs. It's gonna be Pete Alonso for a home run at plus 300. I'm also going to look at Francisco Lindor at plus 410. He's hitting 368 with a pair of home runs and 4 extra base hits in the last week against right-handed pitching. So give me Francisco Lindor for a homer at plus 410. Also going to look at a couple of Atlanta Braves here. But before I do, I really want to be able to exploit Milwaukee's matchup against the Mets' David Peterson here, who's been awful. But for me, no Brewers stand out for homers in that game. But let me know. Let me know in the comments if you guys think you see any Brewers takes in that game. Again, drop in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you guys think about that one. But let's get back to the official plays we do have for the Atlanta Braves here against the Minnesota Twins. I'm gonna go with Matt Olson for a home run at plus 280. He's hitting 316 with 4 home runs against right-handed pitching in the last week. Now, Joe Ryan, he hasn't allowed a lot by way of home runs this season. He's given up just 8 home runs on the year, and he has a 4.4% barrel rate allowed, which is really good for a starting pitcher. But Olson, his current form is too good to not have a play on. Olson's also got a team-best 18.8% barrel rate this season. It's good enough to counter Ryan here. So I'm going to go with Matt Olson for a home run at plus 280. I'm also going to look at Ronald Acuna Jr. at plus 325. He's hitting 417 with a pair of home runs against right-handed pitching in the last week. He's also got a 15.3% barrel rate this season. It's going to be Ronald Acuna Jr. at plus 325. I'm also going to look at, for the Texas Rangers here, Adolis Garcia at plus 330. He's hitting 3 home runs against right-handed pitching in the last week. And Matt Manning looking to make his return to the big leagues here. And not having made an MLB start in over 2 months, this Rangers team is not an ideal spot for Manning to make his return. They're solid at the plate. I look for Garcia to give Manning a not so warm welcome back to the major leagues here. So give me Adolis Garcia for a homer at plus 330. I'm also going to look at Jonah Heim for a home run at plus 410. He's hitting 350 with a pair of home runs against right-handed pitching in the last week. So give me Jonah Heim for a homer at plus 410. I'm going to go to this matchup between the Royals and the Guardians here. I'm going to go with for the Royals here, just one play. I'm going to go with Drew Waters for a home run at plus 750. He's hitting 368 with a pair of home runs in the last week against right-handed pitching. Now, Gavin Williams made his debut for the Guardians last time through the rotation. He struggled with control. He allowed 3 walks. He also gave up a home run as well. The Royals, the offense has been inconsistent, but it's been better than no offense at all. They've been starting to show some power here and there, and Waters has been a big part of that. So give me Drew Waters for a home run at plus 750. And on the other side for the Guardians, we're going to look at Jose Ramirez at plus 390. He's hitting 467 with a home run in the last week against right-handed pitching. He also gets a favorable matchup here against Brady Singer, who's been one of the worst pitchers in baseball in terms of exit velocity and hard hit percentage allowed. He's also allowing a 10.1% barrel rate this season. Ramirez also has had a ton of career success against Brady Singer, hitting 438 over 16 career at-bats with 3 extra base hits, including a pair of home runs. So give me Jose Ramirez for a home run at plus 390. Now, before we get into our last few home run props here. Sort of more, just remind everybody, if you're not familiar to the home run prop show, the purpose of the show is obviously to put you guys on some free home run prop winners, but it's also to highlight the betting tools at Pickdawgz and Sports Chat Place. The betting tools are where we get these graphics directly from for this show, and they show you basically everything. They do the heavy lifting for you. They show you the player prop. They show you how often the player prop hits. You can do multiple sample sizes, 5 games, 10 games, all games this season. I think that you can do home games and away games. You can do games following a win, following a loss, whatever. And it just shows you how often that player prop hits, and it shows you which sportsbook is giving you the best possible price. The nice thing is if you're not if you don't have an account with that book that's giving you the best price, you click on that price, you sign up. Being a new customer, you get a sportsbook bonus offer on us, and you also get to play that best possible price while also adding to your advantage that the books can't take away from you, which is your ability to shop lines and find the best possible number. There's also other tools on there as well. If you like betting hot and cold streaks, there's a streaks tool. If you're a parlay bettor, there's multiple parlay builders there for you. They build the parlays for you. There's profitable teams, profitable angles, profitable underdogs, you name it. There's just so many tools that you guys can check out and that are at your disposal. I honestly think it's just the best if you guys go on over to pickdawgz.com, sportschatplace.com, and check out these betting tools and play with them for yourselves. But let's get back into the home run props. We still got a few more games I want to look at here. The first one we're going to look at is we're going to go to this matchup between the Rockies and the Dodgers. I'm going to go to the Dodgers here. I'm going to go with Will Smith for a home run at plus 360. He's got 3 home runs in the last 2 weeks against right-handed pitching. Now, Connor Seabold, he has stunk it up as a lady. He just gave up 4 home runs in his last start, and the Dodgers, Smith included, have really started to pick it up as of late, despite a 3-7 record in their last 10. A 5-5 record in their last 10. It was late when I wrote some of these notes, but still, not dominant Dodger baseball that we're seeing. But again, they're still hitting the ball really well. They had a great series against the Houston Astros for the most part. Seabold allowing an 8.9% barrel rate this season. So give me Will Smith for a home run at plus 360. I'm also going to look at Mookie Betts for a home run at plus 295. He's also got a pair of home runs in last week against right-handed pitching. I think he can exploit the matchup against Seabold here as well. So give me Mookie Betts for a home run at plus 295. I'm also going to go with a couple of Rockies here. Now, one I don't have a price on that I don't have a graphic for is Brenton Doyle, and I have a hard time finding a price on Brenton Doyle to begin with at the best of times, but he does have a 300 batting average with a pair of home runs in the last week against lefties. I like Clayton Kershaw a lot. He's pitched well in his last couple of road starts, but 10 of his 13 home runs this season allowed have come on the road. 12 of those have come against right-handed bats. So I like Brenton Doyle. If you can find a price on him getting closer to first pitch, I would make a play on Brenton Doyle. Again, there's just no lineup announced at the time that this video is being recorded. So unfortunately couldn't get a price on Doyle. But if you do see Brenton Doyle pop up on any books that you have, I would definitely make a play on him. Also, I do like for an official play that I do have a price on is Elias Diaz at plus 460. I'm going with the same sort of angle with Diaz. He's hitting 6 for 12 with 3 extra base hits and a home run in his career against Clayton Kershaw. This week, he's hitting 429 with a home run against left-handed pitching. So give me Elias Diaz for a home run at plus 460. I'm also going to look at Luis Robert for a home run at plus 550. Now, Shohei Ohtani, he hasn't allowed a home run in 2 starts against the White Sox in his career, but he's allowed 4 home runs in his last 4 starts overall this season, and Robert hitting a ridiculous 636 with 3 home runs in the last week against right-handed pitching. Really seeing the ball well against righties right now, and I got to take a shot here with Robert for a home run at plus 550, just given that track record. I'm also going to go with Mike Trout for a home run on the other side at plus 330. He's posting a 368 average with a pair of home runs in the last 10 days. Michael Kopech, he has allowed 16 home runs this season, and 11 of those have come against right-handed bats like Mike Trout. So give me Mike Trout for a homer at plus 330. I'm also going to look at Brandon Drury at plus 480. Same angle for me with right-handed bats against Kopech. Drury hitting 407 with 3 home runs against righties in the last 10 days. So give me Brandon Drury for a home run at plus 480. Also, I just want to make a quick correction that that Mike Trout sample size is over the last 10 days as well, not over the last week. My apologies for that. But again, I also could play some sprinkles on guys like Shohei Ohtani, Mickey Moniak. Ohtani went yard yesterday. And again, it'll never surprise anybody if Ohtani hits a home run. Moniak also been hitting well, but both are left-handed bats, and I just like the angle better with Trout and Drury, to be honest. But let me know if you guys are going to put some bets on Shohei Ohtani or Mickey Moniak or any other Angels in that spot. Now, the last matchup we're going to look at here is this matchup between the Nationals and the second last matchup we're going to look at here is the Nationals against the Mariners here. I'm going to go back with the same stack of Nationals I had yesterday. I really like it for this matchup as well. First one here is going to be Lane Thomas at plus 575. He homered for us yesterday. I like his chances to go back-to-back games here. He's hitting .333 with 6 extra base hits, 3 home runs in the last 10 days against right-handed pitching. Now, Brian Wu for the Mariners here is he's rebounded nicely from a rough start to the year. But, he's given up 3 home runs in 4 starts this season. I think Thomas can keep the nice run of power here going against Brian Wu. So give me Lane Thomas for a homer at plus 575. I'm also going to look at Heimer Candelario here at plus 525. He's hitting .400 with 6 extra base hits and a pair of home runs in the last 2 weeks against right-handed pitching. So give me Heimer Candelario at plus 525. And I'm also going to look at C.J. Abrams for a home run at plus 700. He's hitting .458 with 4 extra base hits and a home run against right-handed pitching in the last 10 days. Now, an interesting angle here for C.J. Abrams is that all 3 of Brian Wu's homers allowed this year have come against left-handed bats like Abrams. So I think the price here definitely worth taking a shot on with C.J. Abrams at plus 700. And I also wanted to take advantage of Seattle's matchup against Jake Irvin, but nothing really stood out to me. Let me know in the comment section again if you guys see anything you like in that game. I was personally leaning towards Cal Raleigh and J.P. Crawford, but for me, nothing worth putting a decent amount on in my opinion, on this game at the moment. So, leans for Cal Raleigh and J.P. Crawford for the Mariners in that game for me. But the last play that we do have as an official play on is Ketel Marte out of the Diamondbacks at plus 575. Taj Bradley, he hasn't allowed a whole lot this season for the Rays, especially on the road, but Marte hitting too well to go against right now, hitting .370 with 4 home runs against right-handed pitching in the last week. So give me Ketel Marte for a homer at plus 575 to round out the official plays here. For the Diamondbacks, I was also leaning towards Alec Thomas and Christian Walker. Both are hitting for average against righties right now, just not the most power, but both fully capable of hitting a blast on any given night for sure. I think Marte, for me, just the stronger play here. But let's do a recap of the plays that we did give out for Tuesday's action. And we started things out in this Baltimore matchup with the Reds. We went with Austin Hayes for a home run at plus 480. Also went with Adley Rutschman for a home run at plus 540. For the Reds, we went with Jake Fraley at plus 575. And Ellie De La Cruz at plus 540. For the Padres here, we went with Manny Machado at plus 390. Also had a couple of other leans in that game, so if you wanted to hear the opinion on those games, if you're just skipping through, definitely jump back and check out the Padres that I like in that game as well. For the Mets, we're going to go with Pete Alonso for a home run at plus 300. And Francisco Lindor at plus 410. Don't know what happened with Lindor there. He wanted to stand in front and steal the show. Also, again, wasn't able to find any Milwaukee matchups, but again, drop them in the comment section if you like any Brewers in that game. For the Atlanta Braves, Matt Olson for a home run at plus 280, as well as Ronald Acuna Jr. at plus 325. For the Texas Rangers, Adolis Garcia at plus 330. Jonah Heim at plus 410 for the Rangers as well. For the Kansas City Royals, Drew Waters at plus 750. And Jose Ramirez for the Guardians at plus 390. For the Dodgers, Will Smith at plus 360. And Mookie Betts at plus 295. For the Rockies, I like Brenton Doyle if you can find a price on him, but the play that we do have an official play on is Elias Diaz at plus 460. For the Chicago White Sox standalone play, Luis Robert at plus 550. For the Angels, are going to go with Mike Trout at plus 330. And Brandon Drury at plus 480. Again, you could also put sprinkles on Ohtani and Moniak. I think they're worth a look as well. For the Nationals, we're going to go with Lane Thomas at plus 575. Heimer Candelario at plus 525. And CJ Abrams for the Nationals as well, plus 700. Again, drop any Mariners in the comment section as well if you guys like that. If you guys like them, again, I was leaning towards Cal Raleigh and J.P. Crawford there. And our last official play, Ketel Marte at plus 575 for the Diamondbacks. Also leans towards Christian Walker and Alec Thomas for the D-backs there as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Over 133,000 subscribers here on our YouTube channel. Couldn't have done it without you guys' love and support. So make sure that if you're not already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. It really helps us out a ton. Lets us know that you guys like what we're doing. It lets us know that you like this home run prop content as well. And also make sure you have notifications turned on. Don't always have the luxury like we do on Tuesday of all primetime baseball. So we have some time to let the lines produce, let the lines develop, and maybe get some late information. But there are going to be days like Wednesday and potentially Thursday as well. We're going to have some afternoon baseball and on the weekends as well. I try to get these videos out as early as possible, but sometimes I still have to wait for some plays that I can have someone to give you guys. So it doesn't always allow a lot of time between when the video is released and first pitch of the first game. So if you have notifications turned on, you get the notification when the video as soon as it drops. And you also, as soon as you watch it, you can get those plays in as early as possible and make sure that you're in on the action. Also, if you're looking for my best bets, again, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. And while you're at Pickdawgz, I implore everyone, Sports Chat Place as well, implore everyone, check out these betting tools. They are 100% free. They are there for you to use. You're not going to find betting tools like this anywhere. And even if you did, you're not going to find them for 100% free. And that's what we're giving to you here at Pickdawgz. They will do the heavy lifting for you. I promise you, they're going to make you a ton of money while you're using them. Thanks for watching. Appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. Let's crush the books on Tuesday and make some money.